The 48 Laws of Power is a book written by Robert Greene that provides a historical and psychological analysis of power and how it can be obtained and maintained. The book is written in the form of 48 laws, each of which outlines a particular principle for acquiring and maintaining power. Welcome to the Jack Up TV. One law is never outshine the master. This law advises individuals to be cautious about drawing too much attention to themselves and to avoid appearing too competent or talented to their superiors. 2 Law is never put too much trust in friends, learn how to use enemies. This law suggests that it is better to have control over one's enemies than to rely on friends, who can be unpredictable and untrustworthy. 3 Law is conceal your intentions. This law advises individuals to keep their true intentions hidden and to present a false front to those around them. 4 Law is always say less than necessary. This law suggests that individuals should avoid revealing too much information and should keep their words and actions carefully guarded. 5 Law is so much depends on reputation, guard it with your life. This law emphasizes the importance of maintaining a good reputation and avoiding scandal or disgrace. 6 Law is court attention at all costs. This law suggests that individuals should actively seek attention and recognition in order to establish their power and influence. 7 Law is get others to do the work for you, but always take credit for yourself. This law advises individuals to use other people to accomplish their goals, while still taking credit for their success. 8 Law is think as you like but behave like others. This law advises individuals to adapt their behavior to the expectations of others in order to maintain their power and avoid conflict. 9 Law is do not go past the mark you aimed for, in victory, learn when to stop. This law suggests that individuals should not overreach and should know when to stop in order to maintain their power and avoid backlash. 10 Law is infection, avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. This law advises individuals to avoid taking on too much responsibility and to avoid becoming associated with powerful or influential individuals who may overshadow them. 11 Law is do not build fortresses to protect yourself, isolation is dangerous, building walls around yourself to protect your power makes you vulnerable. Maintaining relationships and alliances is key to staying in power. 12 Law is learn to destroy your enemy psychologically. This law focuses on psychological warfare as a means of defeating your enemies. By undermining their confidence and destabilizing their mental state, you can defeat them without physical conflict. 13 Law is pose as a friend, work as a spy. Pretending to be someone's friend while secretly gathering information about them is an effective way to gain power over them. 14 Law is crush your enemy totally. This law emphasizes the importance of completely destroying one's enemies, leaving no chance for their resurgence. 15 Law is use absence to increase respect and honor. Absence can be a powerful tool in increasing one's power. By temporarily withdrawing from a situation, you can increase the respect and admiration others have for you. 16 Law is do not commit to anyone. This law advocates for keeping one's options open and not tying oneself to any particular person or group. This allows for greater flexibility and the ability to respond to changing circumstances. 17 Law is do not let friends impose on you. This law stresses the importance of maintaining independence and not allowing friends to take advantage of you. 18 Law is do not go against the tide. This law suggests that it is best to go with the flow and align oneself with the dominant forces in a situation. 19 Law is do not reveal everything you know. This law highlights the importance of keeping knowledge to oneself and not revealing all that one knows. This can give you an advantage in negotiations and other interactions. 20 Law is play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. This law encourages the use of deception by pretending to be less intelligent or informed than one actually is. This can be used to trick others into revealing information or making a mistake. 21 Law is use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. This law suggests that surrendering in a conflict can sometimes be the best way to gain power. By appearing weak, you can disarm your opponent and create an opportunity to strike when they least expect it. 22 Law is concentrate your forces. This law advocates for focusing one's resources and efforts on a single goal or objective. This can lead to greater efficiency and success. 23 Law is play the perfect courtier. This law encourages adapting one's behavior and actions to suit the needs and desires of those in power. By doing so, one can increase their own power and influence. 24 Law is recreate yourself. This law encourages individuals to continually evolve and adapt to changing circumstances. By doing so, one can maintain their power and stay relevant in a constantly changing world. 25 Law is keep your hands clean. This law suggests avoiding direct involvement in dirty or unethical activities. By doing so, one can maintain their reputation and avoid the consequences of illegal or unethical behavior. 26 Law is play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. This law encourages manipulating people's desire to believe in something greater than themselves in order to create a following. By doing so, one can increase their power and influence. 27 Law is interaction with boldness. This law encourages taking decisive action and not hesitating in the face of challenges or obstacles. By doing so, one can increase their power and demonstrate their strength and confidence. 28 Law is plan all the way to the end. This law stresses the importance of planning and preparation. By considering the long-term consequences of one's actions, one can ensure their continued success and power. 29 Law is make your accomplishments seem effortless. This law suggests making it appear as though one's success and power came easily, without struggle or effort. This can increase one's reputation and make others more likely to follow them. 30 Law is control the options. This law encourages controlling the options available to others in order to manipulate their choices and actions. By doing so, one can increase their power and influence. 31 Law is play to people's fantasies. This law suggests appealing to people's desires and fantasies in order to manipulate their behavior. 32 Law is discover each man's thumbscrew. This law highlights the importance of understanding the weaknesses and vulnerabilities of others in order to manipulate and control them. 33 Law is be royal in your own fashion. This law encourages individuals to establish their own unique style and image, rather than trying to fit into a predetermined mold. 34 Law is master the art of timing. This law emphasizes the importance of timing in achieving power and success. Knowing when to act and when to wait can greatly increase one's chances of success. 35 Law is disdain things you cannot have. This law suggests not becoming attached to things or people that are beyond your reach. By doing so, one can avoid disappointment and maintain their power and independence. 36 Law is create compelling spectacles. This law encourages creating memorable and impressive events or displays in order to gain attention and increase one's power and influence. 37 Law is think as you like but behave like others. This law suggests hiding one's true thoughts and opinions in order to fit in with the group and maintain social harmony. 38 Law is stir up waters to catch fish. This law encourages creating chaos or instability in order to take advantage of the situation and increase one's power. 39 Law is despise the free lunch. This law suggests avoiding free or easy opportunities, as they often come with hidden costs or consequences. 40 Law is avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. This law suggests avoiding trying to fill the shoes of a powerful or successful individual, as it is difficult to live up to their reputation and expectations. 41 Law is strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. This law encourages targeting the leaders or influential individuals in a group in order to destabilize and weaken the group as a whole. 42 Law is work on the hearts and minds of others. This law highlights the importance of manipulating people's emotions and beliefs in order to control their behavior. 43 Law is disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. This law suggests reflecting someone's behavior back at them in order to disorient and confuse them. 44 Law is preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. This law encourages gradual change and avoiding radical or unexpected reforms, as they can lead to resistance and loss of power. 45 Law is never appear too perfect. This law suggests avoiding appearing to be too perfect or without flaws, as it can make one seem untrustworthy and make others resentful. 46 Law is do not go past the mark you aimed for. This law encourages knowing one's limits and avoiding overextending oneself. By doing so, one can maintain their power and avoid costly mistakes. 47 Laws Play the perfect courtier. This law suggests adapting to different situations and playing the role that is required in order to maintain one's power and influence. By being able to adapt and play different roles, one can maintain their relevance and success in a constantly changing world. 48 Laws Learn to keep people dependent on you. This law encourages the development of relationships that make others dependent on you. By doing so, you increase your influence and power over others. Some of the key takeaways from the book include: avoid drawing too much attention to oneself and appearing too competent or talented to superiors. Control one's enemies rather than relying on friends. Keep true intentions hidden and present a false front to others. Avoid revealing too much information and keep words and actions guarded. Maintain a good reputation and avoid scandal or disgrace. Seek attention and recognition in order to establish power and influence. Use other people to accomplish goals while taking credit for success. Adapt behavior to the expectations of others in order to avoid conflict. Know when to stop in order to maintain power and avoid backlash. Avoid taking on too much responsibility and becoming associated with powerful or influential individuals. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself. Isolation is dangerous. Learn to destroy your enemies psychologically. Pose as a friend, work as a spy. Crush your enemy totally. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Do not commit to anyone. Do not let friends impose on you. Do not go against the tide. Do not reveal everything you know. Play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. Use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. Concentrate your forces. Play the perfect courtier. Recreate yourself. Keep your hands clean. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Enter action with boldness. Plan all the way to the end. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. Control the options, get others to play with the cards you deal. Play to people's fantasies. Discover each man's thumbscrew. Be royal in your own fashion, act like a king to be treated like one. Master the art of timing. Disdain things you cannot have, ignoring them is the best revenge. Create compelling spectacles. Think as you like but act like others. Stir up waters to catch fish. Despise the free lunch. Avoid stepping into a great man's shoes. Strike the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. Work on the hearts and minds of others. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Preach the need for change, but never reform too much at once. Never appear too perfect. Do not go beyond what you need to do. Assume formlessness. In conclusion, the 48 Laws of Power is a comprehensive guide to acquiring and maintaining power. The laws presented in the book are based on a historical and psychological analysis of power and provide practical advice for individuals looking to increase their influence and control. Alright, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in.